It is time to meet the Lions football team for tonight's action. The Tivy Antlers and the Rockin Rev. First are the Tigers. Their head coach Michael Kane, his assistants Thomas Kane, Madison Wood, and Paige Schaefer. Here are the Tigers. First, number 1, Ella Baldwin. Number 2, Avery Levent. Number 3, Clara Martin. Number 4, Natalie Arnold. Number 5, Harley Sledge. Number 6, Ryan Allison. Number 7, Taylor Chandler. Number 8, Maddie Lund. Wearing number 9, Noelle Lumley. Number 10, Addie Lamar. Number 11 is Mackenzie Conte. Number 12, Presley Aldrin. Number 13 is Rockin Frontera. Number 14 is Reagan Helber. 16, Riley Certain. 17, Abby Lindgren. Number 18, Ava Williamson. Number 19 is Annabelle Crowder. Number 20, Ambria Rock. Number 21, Emma Wegner. Number 22, Rear Dillon. Those are the Rockin Springs Tigers. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tigers are Kerrville Tivy Antlers. And here they are. First, freshman, number 1, Rockin Rev. Senior, number 2, Ellie Scheidel. Freshman, number 3, Madeline Fiedler. Sophomore, number 4, Taylor Kubacek. Sophomore, number 5, Harlan Dial. A junior, number 6, Emma Miller. A freshman, number 7, Judah Davis. Senior, number 8, Haley Davis. Allie Fitz. Sophomore, number 10, Stella Henry. Sophomore, number 11, Grace Oakland. Another sophomore, number 12, Millie Howerton. And senior, number 18, Tyler. The head coach of the Antlers, Stephanie Coates. Her assistants, Dee Einer and Candace Foster. We're ready for Kerrville Tivy Antler Ball.
All right, so as we get ready for volleyball, let's get you dialed in. There are the standings right there. There's the schedule tonight. Here's the deal. By district playoff matches, number 1 Kenyon is going to play Georgetown Leander. It's probably going to be Leander. They've got the leg up on Georgetown, even though those two teams are playing tonight. Dripping Springs is looking at Cedar Park Liberty Hill. The loser of Tivy, or the winner of Tivy Alamo Heights in the district standings will take on the winner of that match. Dripping Springs will take on the loser. If you're a betting person, don't want you to bet, but since I've seen both teams like 10 times, Liberty Hill's going to win, so we'll be playing Cedar Park. And then Tivy and Alamo Heights, of course, they're tied for the 3 and 4 spot. The winner of that gets Liberty Hill, assuming Liberty Hill wins. The loser will take on the district champion Rouse, 6-time defending champion in the playoffs. So there you go. And, of course, with me, as always, the wonderful, the lovely Miss Paige Frontera. How are you?
I'm good. Hello, Tiger fans. We also know that if we end up playing Liberty Hill, it'll be at home. And if we play Cedar Park, it will be at Marble Falls.
Well, there you go.
And that will be on Tuesday for sure now, and it will probably be 5:30.
Oh, okay. That's good. There you go. Inside information.
I got a little scoop.
There you go. Hey, so as you can see, we're kind of in traffic congested area. This is where the coach put us. We appreciate everything they've done for us, doing play-by-play while I handle everything else. The one, the only, Miss Paige Frontera.
Ryan Frontera will be our first server. On our front row will be Ava Williamson, Natalie Arnold, and Carly Sledge. On our back row, libero will be Taylor Chomlin, Mackenzie Plante, and Ryan Frontera will be our first server. Our line judges are moving our players. I'm not sure why they're doing this. They're making our players stand behind the bench rather than at the end of the bench, which doesn't really make much sense, but there it is. Ryan Frontera to serve. This ball is handled in system. It's going to have to go to the right side. This ball is going to be blocked out of bounds off Carly Sledge's left hand. Point Tivy.
So Tivy, if they win tonight, because they beat Alamo Heights twice, they will have the 3 seed. If they lose tonight, it'll depend on what Heights does tonight.
Tivy to serve. This ball is going to be overset pass. Handled by Ryan Frontera. Now it's a confusion out of bounds by Kerrville Tivy, and that will be point back to the Tigers. Ryan Frontera managed to bump that ball before it went over the net and stayed under the net, I think. It's a little weird. Carly Sledge back to serve. This ball is handled very tight to the net, but that ball is going to be dug up by the Tigers. It's going to go outside shoot set to Mackenzie Plante off the block and down. Point Tigers.
And by the way, our apologies. We actually had a middle ground upset in the stands. The problem is that is the Kerrville Tivy parent section, so we were put on the floor.
Carly Sledge will serve that ball long and out of bounds to tie it back up 2-2. And Carly Sledge will go out while Ella Baldwin, our defensive specialist, will come in for the Tigers.
Ella.
Kerrville Tivy back to serve. Handled in system by Mackenzie Plante. Back to Natalie Arnold. Blocked. Handled by Taylor Chomlin. That's just going to be a roll shot in by Ava Williamson. Back in system to the outside. Down the line, Point Tivy.
Allie Scheidel with the kill there for the home team. Celebrating senior night. They've got 3 seniors do the Antlers. And speaking of 3, third-year head coach Stephanie Coates is improving the program.
Antlers back to serve. Taylor Chomlin in system. Ryan Frontera jumping to the ball. Ava Williamson 2 in the middle. She got the middle to bite on her and stayed on her left-hand side, and she cut that ball back to the right into Chuck's coffin corner. Tying it back up at 3-3.
She didn't really bite her, did she?
She did not.
Okay, just making sure.
They're calling for captains.
Yeah.
Not sure why.
Not sure what that is. They haven't changed the scoreboard.
Well, I think he's telling our players we have to get behind the bench again.
Oh, geez, here
which
we go.
Just makes no sense. But the score should be 3-3, not 2-3.
Yep.
There, they changed the score. 3-3.
Thank you.
Now they're just trying to figure out who gets to sit down and who has to stand up.
Isn't that a seniority thing?
I don't know. It's sort of ridiculous. I think he's letting a couple stand at the end of the bench. Natalie Arnold back to serve. She runs into a defensive wing. This is off system. Roll shot. Handled by Mackenzie Plante. Ryan Frontera jumps to Maddie Nunn. Puts the ball down right into the middle with a nice quick twist of the hips. Point Tigers.
The great thing was that wasn't like a quick set type deal, but it was placed nice. And Maddie went up and said, okay, where's my hole? Oh, here it is. Boom. Done.
Right there. Yep.
Love it.
Natalie Arnold to serve. This ball is in system again. It's going to the outside pin. It's a roll shot. Right to the middle back position. Natalie Arnold cannot reach that ball. Point Tivy. Taylor Chomlin back into the game as our libero.
Come on, just pick one, okay? Just pick one.
Libero. Antlers back to serve. This ball is out of system. Ryan Frontera is going to bump set to the right side. A. Williamson. It's going to be blocked. Point Tivy.
Don't underestimate the fact that senior night here. They're pretty pumped right now. They know they've got to battle hard. They want that number 3 spot out of district. They don't want to have to play Rouse in the first round.
They do not. So we got to get more engaged in our hitting. We have to come in quick and fast. We're trying to make adjustments.
And here we go.
Sorry, friends. They're bringing in more chairs for our bench to sit in now.
Here we go.
And now they're calling for the captain again. We've now had 3 delays because they don't know where our kids are going to sit.
I've never seen this before.
This is ridiculous. It's
I mean, usually the girls just kind of circle around. It's all good. And here, I'll give you a shot here.
This is just ridiculous. You are breaking up the game because you want to over-control your life. Never seen anything like this before. They literally just brought in like 9 extra chairs. This ball is handled in system by Taylor Chomlin. Oh, back to Mackenzie Plante. I will tell you that was a lovely combination with Maddie Lund coming in fishing, right? Keeping the middle keyed on her, getting a nice big hole in the block. Mackenzie Plante exploits that quite well.
And that was with a little authority from Mac. You kind of get the feeling that she was like, you know what, really? Let's focus on the match here.
I'm going to wind up and just bury this ball right now. 5-5 with Ryan Allison back to serve. We've had some subs come in. Ryan Allison and Annabelle Crowder. This ball is going to be outside. Wow. This ball is the outside for Rouse for the Antlers right now is 3-3. They're batting 1,000 out there.
Yeah, and that was Scheidel again, and that is the girl that was out. She was hurt in the Johnson match. In the first set of the Johnson match, they ended up losing that match. They lost their next match. Coach telling us that, we're going to run her today and see how it goes. And something happened that we lost the point.
I am so very confused right now what is happening.
I don't know.
Because
I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Mackenzie Plante is now talking to the up official for the 3rd time, and it is 5-6.
Carlin Dial, number 5, back to serve.
He's calling the ball in. The down ref went all the way over to make his opinion known, which is completely unnecessary. And now is giving Michael Kane a delay.
And a yellow card.
Is he giving him a delay or a yellow card? Because he put the yellow card like on his palm, and if you put the card up against your palm, the backside of your hand, then it's a delay.
He went down like this.
Friends, I have no idea what's happening.
Okay.
Let's play volleyball.
There you go.
Mackenzie Plante on the slide into the corner. That ball is in.
Have you noticed the trend every time she's talked to
the world?
Every time she talks to the upper referee, she comes back and gets a kill.
She does, absolutely. But if you noticed, Mackenzie Plante hit that ball. It landed at the line judge's feet, and he called the ball out. He called it out. I give up. Mackenzie Plante back to serve. This ball is going to have to be a roll shot to the outside, handled by Mackenzie Plante. Off the roof, off the piping. Carly Sledge is going to just hammer that ball through the block. Point Tigers, and we are now tied back up again at 6-6.
Sledgehammer.
At some point, we have to find rhythm, Chuck. Don't you agree?
Well, we got to be able to play more than 2-3 points in a row. What's up, Michael? Thank you, sir. As always, much appreciated.
Mackenzie Plante back to serve.
How you doing, bud? Yeah.
This ball is going to be out of system. Has to be a roll shot handled by Ryan Allison. Will be set up by Taylor Chomlin with a little roll shot. Oh, nice little cutty down the line by Carly Sledge. That'll be a point for the Tigers. Tigers lead 8-6.
Michael Sledge being our caterer again. Looks like he just walked off the golf course.
Michael Sledge always looks like he walked off the golf course.
Right? Seriously.
This is Mackenzie Plante with a 3rd serve in a row. This is outside. This will be dug up beautifully by Taylor Chomlin. Ryan Allison is going to just dig that ball. It's going out.
It out.
No touch. I don't know. Our line judge on the opposite side seems to be reluctant to actually make a call. Starting to get a little jazzed about our officiating crew over here. 7-8. Antlers serving. Mackenzie Plante, beautiful pass to Maddie Lund. That ball is down. Tigers reclaim a 2-point lead at 9-7.
I hope you're getting a feel where we're at. When Maddie Lund goes up, she literally has tenths of seconds to decide where she's going to hit the ball. It's so masterful. I love it. I hope you get a chance. You're getting a chance to see that as we are behind the Dripping Springs team.
That ball is going to go off the antenna for a point for the Tigers. Michael Kane he doesn't trust the officials either. He's like, is that call against us, for us, whatever? Tigers now lead 10-7. Taylor Chomlin back to serve.
He's a little jaded right now.
This ball is going to be handled in system. It's going to go to the right side. It's going to be blocked by Natalie Arnold. Dug up. Roll shot tip. Ryan Allison's going to handle that one. We're going to bump it back row to Mackenzie Plante, who's just going to have to roll it in. Oh, dear merciful gosh. That is a double.
Yep.
That was a double for sure. But a late whistle. I was like, are you going to call it? I mean, it went all the way out to the hitter hitting it before he whistled it. Tigers lead 11-7.
It's called delay call.
I guess. This ball's in system. It's going to go back outside again. They're going to have to cut that ball. That ball is in.
Nobody in the back row that time.
Nobody home. Crickets chirping. We've got to clean up that defense, that's for sure. Score is now 8-11.
Speaking of which, Taylor's back in the back row.
This ball is going to be in system to Ryan Allison, who shoots that out to Carly Sledge, who is going to drill this ball off the outside hands of number 4 for Kerrville Tivy. And we got double subs coming in. Ryan Frontera, Ava Williamson coming in, Annabelle Crowder and Ryan Allison finishing their first rotation on the court. Ryan Frontera back to serve. This ball is going to be in system. It's going to go back. It's going to be a roll shot. That was possibly going out of bounds. That's going to be bump set to Ava Williamson, who's going to do a little cutty. Libero is going to have to set back row. This is a roll shot also. Ryan Frontera is going to have to jump for this one. Natalie Arnold with the cut shot. Point Tigers.
You've seen this team the whole year. Are our best hitting percentages from the middle?
Yes.
Okay. Not surprised. Not surprised. We've been calling it since we started doing the broadcast, and really being at floor level behind them, you really get to see how good they are.
That ball is out of bounds with no touch. Point Tigers. What I find interesting right now watching Michael Kane is that he is actually making all of the calls for the down ref. He's signaling which side. He's signaling in and out. He's signaling touches. And I'm guessing, again, because he's got a little PTSD from the first 3 minutes of this match.
Yeah, that first 3 minutes was bizarre, to say the least. There's the district standings. Of course, Kenyon won the district title. They're off tonight. This is their bye. Trip at 13-2. Tivy and Alamo Heights tied at 10-5. And if you look on the right side down below, see Kenyon's going to take on the Georgetown Leander Survivor, which is interesting because they play each other tonight. Leander has the upper hand, and I was telling Butch Hart, I said, all that work and all that grit for a chance to play Kenyon in the first round.
I know.
Good luck with that.
What's the Navy SEAL motto? No easy day. The only easy day was yesterday. That same could be said absolutely for volleyball in this region. So we have Lucy, a.k.a. Goose Reinhardt, in the house, as well as Leslie Frontera, chiming in from Houston, Texas. Ryan Frontera back to serve. This ball is going to be in system, going to be tipped. Ava Williamson kicked out to go hit the ball, and it's like, wait, somebody got to play defense. Tigers hold a lead at 14-9.
Sometimes it's not good to be a step ahead.
No. My sister chimed in, and she said, what on earth is going on? It's hard to get rhythm, and Kane is about to lose it.
That's about right, and she's not even here.
Ryan Frontera is going to have to jump for that ball. Carly Sledge is going to swing. That ball is going to go right into the block.
And right to your foot.
And right to my foot. Oh, and I just kicked the ball at Taylor Chomlin.
Taylor Chomlin, though, with the leg save.
She did. All right, so it is 14-10, Tigers lead. Back row of Mackenzie Plante, Carly Sledge, and Taylor Chomlin in serve receive. This ball is handled in system. It's going to be a double in the middle. Picked up by the Antlers. Going to go to the outside. It's going to have to be a cut shot handled by Taylor Chomlin. This is going to be in the middle by Mackenzie Plante, who's going to cut it, swing out of bounds.
Just missed it, too. You saw when she went up, she was going for that right sideline, and unfortunately just not able to put it in.
Well, we don't usually set a bick, which is what that is. It's a quick set in the back row. Mm-hmm. It had good timing, good rhythm. It's just too much of a cut of the hips. It's handled by Carly Sledge. They call a double on Ryan Frontera. It was actually a beautiful back set to. It was a beautiful back set.
What I want to know, that ball didn't go more than an inch. She set it perfectly. It didn't go more than an inch. All of a sudden, he's calling a double.
I'm very skeptical about the talents of this. Even Ryan Frontera, who when she gets called doubles, she just lets it go. But right now, she's just like, oh my God, are you kidding me? That ball's going to be served into the net. 15-13, Tiger lead. Carly Sledge will be back to serve, which means Mackenzie Plante has gone back to the front row.
Back
So
attack.
Ryan Frontera is our setter. Taylor Chomlin is our libero. This ball will be handled in system. It's going to go to the right side. It has to be tipped. They're going to set to the middle. Who's going to roll it? Ryan Frontera diving. Point Antlers.
So it's a 6-1 run for the Antlers since their timeout.
Yeah, it's hard. You know, it's again, this is a rhythm thing. We have to establish a presence and a rhythm, and we're kind of hard to do that. It's not the crowd that's taken out of us. Antler serve. This ball is handled in system. It's going to go to Mackenzie Plante. Through the block and down, Point Tigers. We got middles coming in. Natalie Arnold will come back to serve. Taylor Chomlin will go out. Tiger lead 16-14.
There's Natalie right in front of us.
That ball is going to go out of bounds. That's our second serving error. 16-15. Taylor Chomlin will be back in. Natalie Arnold is coming out.
Say hello to Rockin Rev Randy Frye. Forgot to mention the big guy back at the Big Daddy Media Studios, providing quality assurance performances tonight.
Antlers are serving. This ball is going to be handled in system with a nice cut shot by Ava Williamson. Subs are coming.
Sweet.
Ryan Frontera going out for Annabelle Crowder, and Ava Williamson going out for Ryan Allison.
That was such a nice shot right there.
It's that beach shot that she's got, you know.
Right?
Ryan Allison back to serve. Tigers hold a lead of 17-15 in this first set.
Uh-oh, Ryan Allison cut down on the tape on the legs too.
Nice little lefty. This ball's handled in system. It's going to be a bump set out to the outside, down the line. Ryan Allison got a hand on it, but our block is way too far to the inside. And that kid has hit down the line, I think, now 4 times. So adjust the block.
Yep. Something to start thinking about.
16-17.
Carlin Dial back to serve, so they've rotated their serve.
This ball is going to be handled in system. Maddie Lund, this will be blocked out of bounds. Point Tigers. 18-16. Carly Sledge coming back in for Ella Baldwin.
Let's just run that middle about 3 straight plays. What do you think?
Yeah, I think, you know, it's our outside hitters are having to be our power players right now for sure. I do think that next time Natalie Arnold goes back to serve, we're going to bring in a serving specialist. It's a short serve ace by Mackenzie Plante. She got back like she was just going to wail on that serve and just held her arm at the last second, popped the ball, short serve over the net. 19-16. She gets the call from Coach Kane. This ball is going to be bump set again. Down the line again, but we handle that one. But nobody's going for the ball.
Explain that to me. Great diving dig by Matt. The ball was up in the air long enough for somebody to get under it.
It's a pursuit ball, right? So Carly Sledge was looking for Ryan Allison to take it, and Ryan Allison was looking for Carly to take it.
Oh, okay.
Carly just, it's our ball. It's our ball. It's our ball. It's off the ceiling. There we go. My God, it's like he has no idea what he's supposed to be doing. So the rule is that if the ball deflects off any object and then comes over the net, it's automatically a point to the other team. And he just kept waiting for the ball to, be played up by somebody. That's a roll shot that lands inbounds. We haven't gotten beat on a cut shot like that in quite a long time.
That was performed very nicely. I believe that was Dial that dialed that one up.
It's 20-18.
Allie Finch back to serve for the Antlers.
Taylor Chomlin, this ball is in system. This will go outside to Carly Sledge, who cuts the ball out of bounds. And Coach Kane, I think he's going to take a timeout. He's thinking about it. He's not. 19-20, Antlers serving. This ball is going to be handled by Mackenzie Plante. Ryan Allison's going to go back to Annabelle Crowder. That ball is going to go down through the block. Point Tigers. 21-19 with subs coming. Ryan Frontera will come in for Annabelle Crowder. And Ava Williamson will come in for Ryan Allison. And the score is 21-19. This ball is handled by the libero. It's going to go back right side tip. That's going to be a double. Meh. Meh, maybe. I don't know.
Timeout. Kerrville Tivy. All right, so you saw the first match we had with them.
Yes.
So, difference between that match and this match so far? Or is there any difference?
Well, I do think there's a difference in a 2-hour bus ride.
Yeah.
You know, you get a little bit of dead leg coming in. The officiating crew is not solid. You know, when your captain has to approach your up ref 3 times between the score of 5-5, that's a problem. Mm-hmm. So that's court mismanagement. It doesn't let your team get a rhythm. It gets your coach upset, you know. So as far as the skill level for the first set, it's not as even. I mean, we kind of, what did we get to them? 25, I think, actually, it's right on exactly like the first match as far as sets go. Yep, it's 25-23. No, it was 26-24.
Wow.
The first time we played them.
Okay.
I don't want it to go 26-24, right. Chuck.
Unless it's the third and final set.
Yes.
We can handle that.
Fair enough. Ryan Frontera back to serve, 22-19. The ball's going to land just out of bounds. That ball floated away, 22-20.
Our service errors have helped keep them in this.
Yeah, that's our 4th service error.
Way too many for a first set.
I will tell you, I'm glad they're going long than in the net.
That's true.
This ball is going to be handled out of system. Ryan Frontera is going to have to bump it up. Carly Sledge, that ball is going to go off the block. Carly sees nice high hands. Point Tigers, 23-20. Carly Sledge will go back to serve. That was a nice bump set by Ryan Frontera. I bring it up only because if you remember, her previous 2 were they were tragic.
Yes, they were.
Carly Sledge back to serve.
So nice of you to say that.
This ball is going to be handled in system. It's going to go back. It's got to be a roll shot, dug up. It's got to come bouncing off the backboard. Ryan Frontera handles it. It's going to be sent over by the libero to the back corner. They're going to run outside, down the line, tipping. Ryan Frontera jumped up to get the ball. She had to change her mind because it came off the block hands. Point Tivy.
She got a smile on her face. She knew she did all she could.
There's nothing, I mean, nothing you can do about that.
Nope.
It's a football bounce, Chuck. Tivy back to serve. This ball is going to be out of system as well, but nice to Mackenzie Plante with a roll shot over the setter, in between the middle back player, and that will be set point number 1 for the Tigers.
That's why I like to call real estate kill. Location, location, location. Beautiful.
Natalie Arnold back to serve. This ball is handled in system by the Antlers. It's going to go outside. Cross-court shot that was going out of bounds. Caught Natalie Arnold diving for it with a touch off of that defensive player.
You saw Michael King kind of, I wish you'd let that go.
Well, he's telling her, if your foot had been on the line, that you would have known it was going out. Taylor Chomlin has come in to pass, anchor our defense.
Tyler Elkins, one of the 3 seniors to serve.
Antlers serve. Ryan Frontera going to have to jump it back. She got an open net. Ava Williamson did. But it's going to be handled. It's going to go right side. Roll shot. Dug up by Ella Baldwin. We're going to go outside to Mackenzie Plante, who's going to tip it out of bounds down the line. And it's 24-23.
I think Mac knew that as soon as she hit it.
I think Mac wishes she had it back to swing on it. It's a timeout. taken by the Tigers, 23-24.
So at this point, you would take a 26-24 win, right?
I think we win the next point out of this timeout, and then we don't have to worry about it.
That would be nice.
If wishes were horses and beggars were riding.
There you go. Yeah, finish it. I'm just kidding.
A horse. My kingdom for a horse.
I thought you were going to go, a horse is a horse, of course, of course.
I loved Mr. Ed, though.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
So did I.
I loved, and you know how they made him move his lips, right?
How?
Peanut butter.
There you go.
They put peanut butter under his lips. Poor Mr. Ed. That horse lived to be 34 years old, though.
That's amazing.
I know.
TV star, you know?
I have useless trivia.
Now, here's the question. Did he have to pay union dues?
I'm sure he did. Actually, you know what? 1950s Hollywood? Probably. All right, friends. Crucial point right here. Very crucial point. Antlers to serve. Out of system. Running. 24-24. Don't say it, Chuck. Don't say it.
Not saying a word. Rockin Rev Randy Frye says broadcast going good. Thank you, Randy.
Ella Baldwin also out of system. This one's going to be handled by Ryan Frontera, who's going to dish it up to the back row. They're going to go outside, off the block. Ella Baldwin will handle this. This is going to go to Mack. This ball is also going to be touched off the block. They're all looking at each other. Point Tigers, 25-24. Ryan Allison will come to serve.
Go. You know what's going to happen on this serve, right? 25-24.
We're going to win. Yes! No! You were almost a prophet, Chuck. This ball is in system. Handle. We're going to go middle. Maddie Lund is just going to have to push it out. It's too tight. It's going to go outside down the line. Roll shot handled by Annabelle Crowder. Back to Mackenzie Plante with the roll shot cutting into the middle. Location, Chuck. 26-24. My goodness gracious. It's like I've seen this before. Like September 24th. Deja vu.
There you go.
Tigers take set one. 26-24.
So there you go. All right, put the microphones down. Back in 3 minutes. All right, so we bring it back for set 2. Licata and Paige Frontera here. Ready, Rockin Rev. Frye back at the Big Daddy Media Studio. So pick up the defense. Better swings from our outsides. What else are we looking to?
Minimize our serving errors.
Oh, yeah. What
Yep.
do we have, 5?
5.
That's not good.
Yeah, 5.
We gave them 5 points.
They gave us no. They have
No.
one. They served 1 in the net.
Oh, that's right.
it.
Yeah. That's
Yep.
right. Yep. 1 in the net. Yep.
So 5-1 is not,
No. You lose in that.
It's like when they compare, at halftime, the penalties on football teams, and the Dallas Cowboys have 150 yards in penalties, and Philadelphia has like 5,
Yeah.
1 false start. It's kind of like that. All right, here we go. Set number 2, Antlers to serve. This ball is going to be handled in system. Ryan Frontera is going to jump it. Natalie Arnold's just going to whale it into the block and hope for the best. It will go off the hands of the block and out of bounds.
Again,
Point.
from this angle, it's just amazing what you can see. That's exactly what she did.
Carly Sledge back to serve. This ball is going to be handled in system by the libero. It's going to go right side. It's going to be dug, kind of, by Carly Sledge. She tried to get a hand on it. She just couldn't. She couldn't complete it.
It was a partial dig, but you don't get points for a
You
partial
do not.
dig.
You do
right?
not. No. Ella Baldwin has come in for Carly Sledge.
Ella.
I think Carly Sledge is figure. That's one of those gaps between her and Taylor Chomlin on whose ball that was supposed to be. Antlers serve. This ball is going to be handled in system beautifully to Ava Williamson, who's going to swing. That's going to be dug up. It's going to be a roll shot handled by Ryan Frontera. Taylor Chomlin bump sets it to Mackenzie Plante, who's going to go down the line.
Wow.
I think
nice down line
the
shot.
setter for Kerrville Tivy thought that ball was going somewhere else. Natalie Arnold will come back to serve. Tigers lead 2-1. This ball's in system by the libero. They're going to go back right side again, but they're going to get called on a double. Mackenzie Plante's irritated because had that double not been called, she followed the ball and blocked the ball out of bounds, and she's kind of razzing herself a little bit. Natalie Arnold back to serve. Tigers lead 3-1. Out.
That's 1.
O-U-T, out. Taylor Chomlin will come back in for Natalie Arnold, and Coach Kane is just taking her through the rhythm of serving. Antlers back to serve. Ella Baldwin with an in-system pass. We're going to go outside to Mackenzie Plante, who's going to dig the ball up. Ryan Frontera's got to figure out where the ball's going off the piping. Roll shot!
Oh, yeah.
Down. Why does he keep doing that?
What?
He signaled out again. He went out, and then he went down. Our up ref changed his call. I don't know, Chuck.
I don't know. That was a perfectly placed ball, by the way.
It was.
Perfectly placed.
Ryan Allison back to serve. Also to the libero, handled in system. It's going to go out of bounds. Will she go down the line? Roll shot. Handled by Mackenzie Plante. Back to Ava Williamson. Or no, to Annabelle Crowder, who's again going to swing that ball through the block.
AB.
And you have the bench who just gave, the Popeye muscles over there.
By the way, great dig by Mac that time.
Absolutely.
Great dig by Mac.
Ryan Allison back to serve. Libero in system. Going to go again out to the outside. That ball then comes in onside our block. Penetrate.
Yeah, Maddie was just a little bit too far away from the net. That ball went right in front of her.
Yep. All right, so for our serve receive, we have Ella Baldwin, Taylor Chomlin, and Mackenzie Plante.
Madeline Fielder to serve for the Antlers.
Maddie Lund got hit off of the serve trying to get out of the way, which changed trajectory. They'll get an ace off of that ball. It's 5-4, Tiger lead. Don't see that happen very often.
No.
Middles typically know how to get out of the way. This ball is going to be handled by Ella Baldwin in system. We're going to go back to Mackenzie Plante on the slide. This ball is dug up by the Antlers. Libero is going to bump set it. It's going to be a roll shot down the line. Ryan Ellison thought it was her ball to try to get. Ava Williams, Ella Baldwin was standing there waiting for it. Again, trajectory ball change on 3 plays so far in a 5-5 match.
Carlin Dial to serve again. 3-0 run here for the Antlers.
This ball is a little out of system. We're going to have to go to the outside. Annabelle Crowder. She swings. The ball goes off the block, out of bounds. Point Tigers. Our line judge came 15 feet off the court. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
He went all the way up to where the ball was landing. Now, you can do that in college. You're not supposed to do that in high school.
He's a college guy.
This ball is served by Mackenzie Plante. It's going to be a free ball. It's going to be handled by Taylor Chomlin. To Maddie Lund, the middle. That ball, that's too easy.
Yep.
You give us a free ball like that when you got 3 players running from off the court back onto the court.
If we need a point tonight, set the middle.
Set the
done.
middle.
It's just done.
Yep, agreed.
They can't defend it tonight.
Mackenzie Plante serving. We're keeping it away from the libero. Now we're going to go right side. We're going to get a double called on that one. The ball was swung out of bounds anyway. Tigers lead 8-5.
So the trend has been, every time he goes on a scoring spurt, it's just to tie it, and then we usually get the next 2-3 points. So
agreed, yes. Well,
it's been good so far.
I like that Coach Kane has changed the signals, trying to keep the ball away from the libero. That one went to the libero. That one's going to be blocked. That's going to be a point for the Tigers, 9-5.
Sledge-o-matic with the block on that one.
Well, the serve-receive rotation for Kerrville Tivy is interesting because they're basically passing 2 people. No matter who they serve to, they're running away, and the libero's taking most of the balls. It's going to be a free ball, handled by Taylor Chomlin. Beautiful pass to Maddie Lund. It's too low. We're going to have to run for it. We got kind of lucky on a little pokey roll shot.
I was going to say, we got really lucky, but you were absolutely right. Taylor made the perfect pass.
Perfect pass.
It's
nice
like
job.
threading a needle between 2 defenders in football. It was just beautiful.
Mackenzie Plante, I think this is her 5th serve. Again, that'll be an ace.
Timeout.
And that'll be a timeout taken by Chuck is a Prophet. Everybody go get your lottery tickets.
Hey, it's not
Chuck's
that
gonna
hard.
give us our numbers.
It's not that hard, right? Hey, so I got a great question. I get this all the time. When people watch broadcasts, they say they see the setter go, pull her shirt, and then throw a number.
So
what does that mean?
The setter is calling what she wants the play to be, and every team has got different signals, and they've got different calls. Some setters will just look at their player, and they'll say bick. You know, they'll look at them, and they'll say, hey, shoot. Imagine you're pulling a gun. You can also hide that signal behind your shirt, and you can just pull the trigger on a gun. That's a shoot. You know, they have different things that they call. If they go like this on their shirt where they're just like brushing something off their shirt, that's a rip, which means it's going to be a quick set to the outside. So there's lots of different calls. So that's the setter controlling the offense.
Yep, as they should, the quarterback.
So coming out of a timeout where I think the plan for Kerrville Tivy was to let the libero take as many passes and serve receive as she can. And we've picked on her, and she didn't, blink. So now we're going away from her, and now she's trying to do too much. And now we've gotten I think we're on a 6-point serving run by Mackenzie Plante.
Yes, ma'am.
Back to the libero in system. We're going to go outside. Will she go down the line? Off! All right, Allison's
Oh, my
head.
God.
Carly Sledge roll shot into the net, though. We finally get a dig down the line.
Ryan Allison turned like this to get away from the ball. It literally hits the side of her head and pops up.
And it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was great,
like
right?
a beautiful set. Sometimes volleyball's funny that way. The stands are laughing. The parents are laughing. This ball's going to be handled beautifully. That's going to go to to A.B. Crowder. This is going to be handled back to the setter. It's going to go right side. She's got a hole.
The ball coming right at you.
She got a hole to swing for, but was unsuccessful in finding the hardwood. Taylor Chomlin will be back to serve. Tigers lead 12-6. This ball is going to be out of system. We're going to have to go outside. This is going to be handled over the net by Taylor Chomlin. Great leadership. Dumped. Handled by Natalie Arnold. Back to A.B. Crowder. Nice cutty from A.B. right to the middle back position. Point Tigers.
You could tell when Natalie saved that dump shot, you could tell they were setting up. It was going to be a point.
You could. You know, that's really great leadership by Taylor Chomlin to dig that ball. It's kind of what we miss sometimes. We miss those little points. Taylor Chomlin serving. Out of system, running. Libero, it's going to be a free ball. It's going to be handled by Mackenzie Plante, who's going outside to Carly Sledge, who buries the ball. She dug 6 feet, threw the ball in there, covered it up with dirt, and stumped on it.
Get the radar gun out for that one.
Holy macaroni.
Sledgehammer.
14-6.
Is a 9-1 Dripping Springs run since being tied at 5 each.
That's a serve. Again, trying to pick on number 10 and keep the ball away from the libero and just out of bounds. Well, not just, like 8 feet out of bounds, but it's okay.
And that's the media jinx. You say, hey, they're on a 9-1 run.
Well done, Chuck.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Thank you very little.
It's 7-14 with the Antlers serving. Tigers are leading. Serve to Mackenzie Plante, handled in system. Back to A.B. Crowder. Blocked out of bounds. Subs coming. Tigers lead 15-7. We have Ryan Frontera coming in and Ava Williamson. A.B. Crowder and Ryan Allison had a great connection that whole rotation through.
Yep.
Ryan Frontera back to serve.
Let's see what number 13 can do.
This ball will be handled in system. They're trying to go middle. That's blocked by Natalie Arnold. It's back to the right side. Swung, dug up by Ryan Frontera. Handled by Taylor Chomlin. Roll shot Cuddy, handled by the libero. Will be on outside, down the line, handled by Mackenzie Plante. Taylor Chomlin will handle it. Carly Sledge roll shots it. Oh no, out of bounds. Great defense by Ryan Frontera and Taylor Chomlin to bump up that ball. Nice job by them.
Yeah, it looked like Carly was caught off the back of her foot a little bit.
Yeah.
Falling back a little bit.
You know, you got all that momentum and adrenaline. It's hard to sort of, you either put it in the net or you whale it out of bounds sometimes. Oh,
that's going to be an ace.
Came off of Taylor Chomlin's right arm. Ryan Frontera was already in transition and tried to pivot and hit back to it. And
I won't say we've had problems serve receiving. This has not been a good match for us on the serve receive side.
we're siding out well, usually. Oh, off the block, handled by Natalie Arnold. Great net awareness. To the pin, Carly Sledge. That's 3 hitting errors for Carly Sledge in her last 3 swings. It's 15-10, Tigers lead. So that was actually not a setting ball. That was just where your hitter is and where they make contact with the ball. Because you want to tell your setter to push it to the pin. That's kind of why the pins are there. The pin is that red and white antenna thing. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about when I say pins. All right, so we have Carly Sledge back to serve. That'll put Mackenzie Plante back in the front row with Ava Williamson and Natalie Arnold. That'll be an ace. That ball just sort of faded and dropped.
Just kind of the baseball version of a knuckleball.
Yep, agreed.
Definitely.
Tigers lead 17-10. Carly Sledge back to serve.
Keeping that 7-point lead.
And that one is handled by the libero. It's going to be out of system. They're going to go back row. Roll shot handled by Ava Williamson. Bump set up to Mackenzie Plante, who's going to cutty it down the line. She's kind of scaring me with those cutties.
Yeah.
Roll shot handled by Ryan Frontera. Taylor Chomlin's going to bump set it to Ava Williamson. It's going to be off high hands, dug up. We're going to go back to the outside, going into the net. She was heading down the line, though.
Yep.
Everything screamed, I'm going down the line.
Taylor Kubacek, number 4. Every time she sees Mac go up from that left side, she's standing right there with Max trying to hit the ball. So Mac's going to have to do a little location variance there.
That ball's going to be tipped by handled off the block. Sorry, I got caught up in where the ball is supposed to be. This ball is going to be handled by Taylor Chomlin in system. Jump, Natalie Arnold. There you go, Chuck. That's what you like.
Yeah.
Middle swing.
Middle.
Set the middle.
Set the middle. 8 and 4. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, I think our middles right now are almost 1,000. If not, they're at least 900.
Yeah.
All right, Carly Sledge back for her 3rd serve. Tigers lead 19-10. That's a short serve ace. for Carly Sledge, making up for her hitting errors. Timeout.
Gotta take it.
Timeout.
Gotta take it.
Now, Carly Sledge on that last hitting error, when she hit it into the antenna, she came down, and if you could see it on the camera, you probably could. She was like, "Let's go!" Tigers lead 20-10.
They have definitely found their rhythm in this set. Tied at 5-5, went on a 9-1 run, took a 14-6 lead. Little mini spurt by Tivy to pull them within 5, and now they've made it a 10-point lead as they have truly found their rhythm, and all is well. Now, the thing they got to do here, especially with Tivy at home, senior night, parents here, the whole deal, they've got to finish strong. They can't give up 5-6 points. They've got to finish this off quickly, so Tivy has no momentum going into set 3.
Absolutely. And, and when we have to get ready because we're about to hit playoffs.
Right.
We just have to gain rhythm, and we have to gain trust in each other. These are not the matches, I don't think, where you clear the bench. This is the match where you go 3-0 and you're done.
Good call. You've done this before.
So this ball is going to be
That was a heck of a hit.
I'm not sure what just happened right now.
Yeah.
That ball was like in the net, out of bounds. This ball was outside the antenna. Ryan Frontera is going to go short to Mackenzie Plante. That ball was blocked down by Natalie Arnold with a heads-up point. And all of a sudden, so here's the problem.
Yes.
There were 3 calls right there that should have been made. The first one when it came outside the antenna. The second one when Ryan was back row. And the third one when there was a net violation. But Carly Sledge is still serving. That's going to be handled by Taylor Chomlin. We're going to go, that's a double.
Oh, that's a double.
Carly Sledge is going to be coming out. Ella Baldwin's coming in. Tigers lead 21-11.
I believe that's our first double of this set as opposed to like 4 or 5 last set.
Well, Ryan had that weird one. That was the only double we've had. So 2 total is not bad for us.
And that one was that it didn't go up more than 5 inches, and they called it.
Couple of people we know wouldn't have called it.
No. Block up front.
So sometimes when you come off of serve receive and your block is set and stacked, running a quick ball like that can maybe not work. Just simply because the block is standing right there and they don't have to jump very high to make contact with it.
Grace Copeland and Haley Davis with the block there.
This ball is handled in system to Ryan Frontera, who's going to Ava Williamson, who's going to cut
it.
Beach shot. Medals are coming in. Maddie Lund is in the court. Natalie Arnold back to serve. It's 22-12. Yep, here we go. We've got Noelle Dominy coming in for Natalie Arnold.
Good call. Look at you. Sue Sayer.
A little
extraordinaire.
A little DS action going on. Love me a little number 9. Little Noelle number 9. Except when she serves it into the net. It's all right, Noelle. So we have subs coming back in, and then Libero will come back in, and it's 22-13.
So what you're saying is it kind of defeated the purpose?
Coaches, I'm sure telling her, you get to stay on the court, you serve and play defense. That's how you get to play. This ball is going to be handled in system to Ryan Frontera, who's going to shoot it to Maddie Lund for a point.
Once again.
But I think Maddie, who's laughing, I think she ripped her nail off on that one because she was stretching.
She had the sky for that one.
She did. She's laughing, but she's like, my nail. So we have subs that have come in. Annabelle Crowder is back on the court, as is Ryan Allison. Ryan Allison back to serve, 23-13. It's to the libero in system. It's going to go out to the outside. Roll shot into the net. And that's going to be set point number 1 of set 2.
There you go.
Ryan Allison back to serve again.
A horse is a horse, of course, of course.
Ryan Allison to serve, handled by Tivy to right side. It's going to be dumped. Maddie Lund tried to get low enough of her 6'4" frame to pick up that ball, and her friends are giving her a hard time. They're like, be short, Maddie, be short. Coach Kane is even laughing, and that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, amen. A little bit different than the first set.
Yeah, 24-14, yeah, for sure. This ball is going to be handled. Oh, it lands
in.
right over Taylor Chomlin and lands on the line.
Took a little dipsy-do there at the end, falling right in front of the end line.
So now's not the time to be screwing around.
And yes.
The second set that we played Tivy the first time, it was 25-12, by the way.
So we're somewhat, you take in the home team factor, and 25-15 works.
And
there you go.
It's a very nice set by Ryan Allison. Nice little jump set. Maddie Lund goes to the right of the block for our set point, and Tigers lead 2-0.
And what they do? Went to the middle. Boom. Done.
Middle.
Middle. It's a middle thing.
Yeah,
it's a middle thing tonight.
I think we've only had one swing on the middle that was dug up.
Now, like I said, I've seen Cedar Park before. If Dripping Springs happens to play Cedar Park, use the middle. Hit them in the middle.
I would really like to play at home on Tuesday, Chuck. And if we play Liberty Hill at home on Tuesday.
I know you would. I know you would. And I just said if.
Another trip down 281 is not. You know what? A win's a win. We'll do what we need to do.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. 7:30, though, as we get ready for set number 3.
Last year, of course, we played. Our very first match was at Johnson City.
Ooh, yeah.
During COVID.
Oh, God.
We were all in hazmat suits, I think.
What a difference a year makes, huh?
What a difference. Yeah, I did look on the Hayes County COVID tracker today that the hospitalization number, which during the summer in July was as high as 55, is like now down to 8.
Good.
I think.
Good. Yep. I think the flexibility of wearing mask or not being your decision, it makes a huge mental difference for a lot of people.
Absolutely. I know it does for me. Although, do you still catch yourself when you're like,
oh yeah,
you're
absolutely,
going,
yeah.
Wait, what am I missing?
Yeah.
Something's wrong. I will be very glad, however, when we can get rid of the FAA mandate or the mandate of masks on planes.
Yeah, a lot of people ask, do you, I don't think it's right that, we have to get a vaccine shot, whatever, blah, blah. Here's the bottom line. For me, it was real simple. We're around a lot of people, kids, teachers. You get the shot. You do what you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel, it's interesting because, during an election year, you kind of know what you're up against. You're Republican, Democrat, whatever it is. You kind of know. But with COVID, it's kind of like a minefield because you don't know what people think.
Right.
It's not like they're wearing a T-shirt that says something, Yeah.
And I mean, it's kind of territorial. My family lives in Connecticut, and they're very strict on masks, and I believe they're still wearing them in a lot of public places right now.
Well, when we went on our scouting trip to New York, we couldn't get into the hotel without showing our vaccination card. You couldn't go into a restaurant without getting a vaccination card.
Right.
Couldn't go into the museums without showing your vaccination card.
And boy, they were in the news for a month on that stuff.
Dang.
Yeah, it was nasty up in New York.
And the whole time, I knew what I was getting into. Right. I was like, okay, we're going to New York. And I just kept thinking, Ryan, if you forget your driver's license or their vaccine card, I swear.
But, it's a once in a world history event. So we're adjusting as best we can.
For sure.
God, last year will never be forgotten, but we're so glad to forget it.
Yes. Yes, here we are. The start of set number 3. We have Carly Sledge. And we have Natalie Arnold and Ava Williamson are on the front row for the Tigers. Mackenzie Plante, Taylor Chomlin, and Ryan Frontera on the back row for the Tigers. Ryan Frontera will be our first server. Tigers served in set number 1.
Has Ryan decided where she's going to college yet?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Here we go. We have our signal from our R1. Set number 3 begins. Ryan Frontera to serve. It's going to be a short serve handled by the libero, out of system. It's going to have to be a free ball. Mackenzie Plante is going to pass this to Ryan Frontera, who's going to go to Ava Williamson in the middle. And that'll be a kill. The Tigers start off 1-0.
And that was a perfect set. I hope you got to see that ball just kind of float in the air and It let the hitter decide, okay, where am I going to hit it down?
Yep, it's nice when you have that brief second, especially when you're Ava Williamson, 6 feet tall, and you can jump.
That's true.
You know, if it were me up there, it'd be a different story. Ryan Frontera back to serve to the libero again. This ball is in system, but really tight. Ryan Frontera got a handle on that ball, but couldn't dig it up. Score is tied 1-1.
Just having fun. If it were you up there, why would they set you?
Exactly. That's, you know, I'm going to be the one in the zombie apocalypse that lets you live, Chuck. Because they're getting me. Beautiful pass by Mackenzie Plante. Doug, somebody's... How is that not a touch off the block?
It wasn't.
It wasn't?
No, it wasn't. Nope. No, it hit and then bounced. Yep.
I thought I heard skin there, but that's okay. All right, Taylor Chomlin's going to pass this ball out of system. Ryan Frontera is going to go back to Mackenzie Plante, who's going to swing out of bounds.
Too hard.
And now it's 3-1, and here's that momentum shift, right? It's like we got this 2-1 lead, or 2-0 lead. Now we're going to get a little sloppy.
But like you said, you know, he's not subbing in. He's got the starters out there, which is the way it should be.
It should be. Well,
Absolutely.
They need to finish this match off.
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
Handled by Mackenzie Plante. Beautiful. Natalie Arnold swinging the ball outside. Dude, I love Natalie Arnold swinging outside.
Yes.
My goodness.
I love her swinging anywhere, pretty much.
But holy cow, that's just such pretty mechanics.
And by the way, Taylor Kubicek, number 4, was right there, but the ball was hit so hard, she almost scrunched in self-defense.
So that ball is going to be a kill for Tivy. It's a nice 31 set. Ryan Frontera is trying to not get caught behind the block to a cut. And so she got one hand on it by the ball going left to right instead of right to left.
Same pattern as we've seen so far. Tivy stays close in the early going in each set, although they do have a lead for the first time here in set 3.
They do, 4-2. So here we have a serve. This ball is going to be handled by Ella Baldwin. It's going over.
Oh, my.
Happy birthday.
Great
Ava
dig.
Williamson digs it up. Mackenzie Plante with the roll shot to the middle, off speed. That's smart, you know. That's a junior who knows what she's doing. She's played on national caliber teams, right? She could bang it, or she could just little off-speed roll shot right to the hole in the middle.
But that play made by the great dig off the birthday
Off the
present.
head of...
Yep.
That ball's going to be served out by Natalie Arnold, who is just livid with herself right now. So we have some serving issues going on. We have some rhythm issues in this set. Tivy leads 5-3. Ryan Frontera is showing a little bit of frustration. The ball's going to be handled by Ella Baldwin. This is going to be in system. We're jumping to Maddie Lund, who just go gadget arms it to the hole in the middle. Oh.
Well said.
Well, I lied,
Well said.
Coach. I lied. So here we have some subs coming in. We'll have Greer Galbraith coming in with Abby Wingren.
There you go. Get a little PT there, a little playing time.
And Coach is talking to Ryan Frontera about her maybe some setting, maybe some frustration. Got to keep that bottled up. Abby Wingren with the serve. This ball is going to go outside. Roll shot off the arms of Abby Wingren. Point Tivy. Ella Baldwin running into a brick wall and then knocking down Taylor Chomlin. Everybody's okay, folks. Nothing to see here.
Yes.
Nothing to see here. But that gives Kerrville Tivy a lead of 6-4.
And so right now we're trading out points, which it's okay for now. Just need to go on that run that they've been able to do the first 2 sets, each of the first 2 sets.
This ball is going to be handled out of system. We're going to have to run for that. Greer Galbraith with a great athletic move and a push through the block and down for a point. 5-6 Tigers. Carly Sledge back in. Mackenzie Plante going to the back row to serve.
I think they call that finesse.
Something called jump high, Greer, and be smart. This ball is going to go in system. Oh, double.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to give the official a compliment, Chuck.
There you go.
He is, if nothing else, consistent
Yes.
with his double call.
He is dialed in to the double call.
I agree. But it's not one side or the other, you know.
Right.
Oh,
Oh, nice serve.
touches the top of the tape off the hands of number 6 for the Antlers. Tigers take the lead at 7-6.
That was like a laser shot couldn't have placed it any better, and they were not ready for it.
And luckily it didn't hit the antenna. It was pretty close. Oh, here's a short ball. This one's into the net for a serving error for the Tigers, 7-7.
And Randy Frye, sorry about that, bud. I had my phone away for just a minute. So we updated the sets 1. Drip up 2-0. Thank you, Randy. Rockin Rev.
Tivy to serve, handled by Carly Sledge. This will go outside, but Carly Sledge is going to have to roll shot that in. This will be going to the outside. This will be out of bounds, no touch at all.
Out.
Point. Except Kerrville Tivy's got their hands up in the air going, how is that? It wasn't a touch.
No, it went straight back.
8-7. Taylor Chomlin back to serve. On a cross-court shot, this ball is in system, going to the right side. Abby Wingren is going to get a hand on it. Nobody can chase that ball down. I bet you got a good view of that at home, though.
Oh, yeah.
McKenzie and Taylor Chomlin running towards the camera.
Taylor right in your face. It was nice.
Score is 8-8.
You could pick him out of a lineup now.
You could. Antlers to serve. Handled by Carly Sledge. Abby Wingren goes to Mackenzie Plante, who she's tried to get the ball to, over her right shoulder, and that's just a really hard move to make, and then to cut the ball back in the court. You're probably going to bury that one in the net.
Yeah, Michael Kane going to call timeout. Okay, so here's our Get Randy involved with the chat. We talked about favorite Mexican food.
Yes.
Okay. What's your favorite Italian dish?
Oh, stuffed chicken marsala.
Ooh, very nice. Very nice.
Molto bene, prego. Mangia.
Muy bien, muy bien.
How
Randy,
about you?
what is yours? I will go with my favorite Italian dish to make, and I've got Grandma's recipes. God bless her. I love making lasagna.
All right.
Just give me straight up lasagna.
Straight up traditional lasagna.
Yeah, with meatballs, sausage, ricotta, Parmesan, mozzarella, and little touch of feta.
All the things.
Yeah,
all
everything.
The things.
Yeah, it's basically, think of a loaded pizza, and that's what I put in my lasagna.
Nice.
Love it, love it.
And back at the studio, has he texted you his response?
Not yet. It's 10-second delay, so, and he's probably drooling as he's typing it in right now, too. 9-8 the score, though. Tivy has decided they're going to lead here before we get to 10, so a little change from the first 2 sets.
So what I'm sensing in the Tigers right now is zero desperation. And sort of.
No, absolutely.
And that ball is going to be, that's a great timeout by Coach Kane. We'll call those points to him. He has Tivy serves that ball into the net. We got subs coming in, Ryan Frontera and Ava Williamson back on the court.
Jeannie Hamilton, great game so far. You and your team doing a great job also. Go Tigers. Always good to hear from Jeannie.
AB's grandma.
And guess what? That's the turning tide right here. We're going to score
right
5
there.
points in a row.
Okay.
Here comes 5. Here's 1.
Ryan Frontera to serve. This ball is going to be handled out of system. They're going to have to roll shot that in, handled by Mackenzie Plante. This will be a great ball to Natalie Arnold, who had to reach for it. This is going to go right side off the block, handled by Tivy. We're going to go outside, but she's going down the line. Blocked. No. Oh,
wow.
What in the world? Blocked. Everybody's standing around watching. How that ball was not a lift, Ryan's laughing. She's like, whatever.
Wow.
This guy. This guy right here.
He's the guy.
He took it in his hand and he took the ball and threw the ball up in the air.
By the way, Michael Kane's parents, Arthur, and his lovely wife tuned in and joined the broadcast.
Carly Sledge is going to try to hammer that one off the block. It's going to be picked up by Tivy. That ball's going to go in.
Yes, it was.
Right on the line. Tivy leads 11-9. So I think it's interesting on whoever home court it is. We do the same thing.
Yeah.
When your team scores the point, the scoreboard immediately changes.
Yeah, right.
When the other team scores the point, there's like this 10-second delay.
1,001, 1,002.
This ball is going to be handled in system. Ryan Frontera is going to jump it out to Natalie Arnold, who's going to tip it. into a spot of death. And that will be a point for the Tigers.
A spot of death.
I'm going to talk like this now, like a leprechaun for the whole rest of the broadcast.
It's not St. Patrick's Day. Come on.
Okay.
Stop.
10 to 11. This ball is going to be handled in system. Thought we were going to get a hand on that one. We did not, so that ball is going to hit into the back corner. Tivy regains their 2-point lead. And all of a sudden, the student section for Tivy, which is interesting because they have bleachers in the back, right?
Yeah, they're in the end zone.
It definitely makes a sound difference. This ball is in system by Taylor Chum. It's going to shoot to Mackenzie Plante, who's going to bury the ball. Leave them with a little bit of tape.
What's interesting about that end zone, and we'll show you right there, you would really kind of want to put, if you're a coach, you want to put them behind the opposing team, not behind your own team. Because you can really mess with the opposing team, but maybe at the high school level you don't do that.
Well, because as we saw in that one match, I guess officials will actually call a replay. Oh, dug up by Natalie Arnold. Mackenzie Plante is going to have to put that ball over. What great defense by Natalie. That's going to go middle, but she's not going to be able to tip it. And that ball's going to fall, and Tivy will take a 3-point lead.
13-11. They're really, really good libero, Tyler Elkins.
That was a great defensive play by Natalie Arnold.
It was.
To stay out from behind the block.
She's had a really good match tonight.
Tivy serves. This ball is out of system. Taylor Chomlin's going to have to bump it up to Mackenzie Plante, who's going to roll this ball into the backcourt. Libero, who's going to go to the outside. Roll shot again.
Wow.
Defense is breaking down.
And Tivy is getting the momentum. They're hitting the shots. They're finding the spots in the back row especially.
Well, when we're totally out of system and we can't get our hitters a really good set, and we can't set the middle or the right side, the ball, there we go. There's in system. Maddie Lund. Chuck.
When in doubt. When in doubt, right?
Subs coming in. We've got Abby Wingren coming in with Greer Gelbrecht.
Wow, this is becoming a regular rotation here.
In set number 3, Tigers are behind 12-14. Abby Wingren to serve. Into the net again.
Here's some good news. Remy says spaghetti dressed with olive oil, butter, garlic, and fresh basil.
Well, that is good news.
It has a nickname that we will not say on the air.
I have to put my glasses on, okay. Chuck, because I'm old.
we won't say that on the air.
We will
That
not.
is a delicious dish. Give me some garlic bread, though, with that.
This ball is nicely handled. It's going to go back to Maddie Lund.
That's a double.
But Abby Wingren's going to get called on a double for that ball. So I'm wondering how long this is going to go on before Coach Kane decides to make any kind of changes.
He just kind of rotated his finger like, let's go, come on, let's go.
Well, he flipped an imaginary coin, which I'm guessing he means from the official. Is he giving him another yellow card? What are we doing now?
No, all good. All good.
I'm so confused.
It's been confusing a little bit.
This ball is handled in system. It's going to go Mackenzie Plante with the double. Picked up by the libero. That's going to be a double. And we have Carly Sledge coming back in. Ella Baldwin will go out. Mackenzie Plante will come back to serve.
And as you said, up official, consistent on the double calls.
He is, although Coach Kane doesn't agree because that's why he keeps flipping the imaginary coin when he calls the double.
Well, you know.
Mackenzie Plante with the serve. That's her standard serve right now. It's going to that down the line ball. That ball's going to be blocked.
Look at that.
Greer!
22!
Nice job. And Tigers are back within 2, 14-16. Down the line again. This is going to go right side. Roll shot. Handled by Gerbaut. Mackenzie Plante wants the assist. Carly Sledge is going to roll shot that ball in. We're going to go down the line. Dug up by Mackenzie Plante. Abby Wingren is just going to have to get that ball over. Oh, dump. That should have been a double. Mackenzie Plante is going to bump set Carly Sledge. He's going to roll shot the ball. Dug up again. It's going to go to the outside. Roll shot down the line, handled by Abby Wingren. Taylor Chomlin's got to work to get it to Mackenzie Plante. Off of the middle blocker. And down. Point Tigers. Michael Kane has gotten a red card. No? Who gets a red card?
What's the red card here?
That's going to be a point.
What's the red card here? What's the red card here?
We don't know what, but somebody has been issued a red card, and we're not entirely sure why.
It's on
and if
drip.
they have been issued a red card, it's going to be a side out and a point to the other team.
I knew I should put that wireless microphone right there at the
yes.
coach's, right?
Yes.
Referee station.
That would be fantastic.
I did that one time.
So we're just waiting, folks, because Michael Kane is talking to the down official because he doesn't know what's going on. And Mackenzie Plante is holding on to the ball. So the way cards work in volleyball is you get a yellow card, which is a warning. A red card is an infraction and a point to the other team. But
except for now.
Except for now, because the coach is even saying right now, because it should, really confused. It should be a side out and a point to the other team.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm not really sure what's happening.
Mac kept the ball over here knowing she was going to serve it, so. Okay, then. The night of confusion continues.
Yes. Normally, a red card is a point and a side out for the other team. If the infractions continue, the referee can take a yellow card and a red card and hold them up together, which means that the coach must leave the gym. And then if they take the red card and the yellow card and they hold them separate, coach is done. And probably losing his job. I've never seen that, by the way. This ball is going to be handled. It's going to go back to the right side. This ball is going to be dug up by Abby Wingren.
Nice.
Handled by Taylor Chomlin. They're going to get a free ball opportunity out of this. Handled again by Mackenzie Plante. Taylor Chomlin puts the ball back after she goes through the chairs. She seems to be okay and excited. It's like she's always wanted to run through chairs. 16-17. Tivy has the lead. Is it just me or did it just get really loud in here?
Yep.
Antlers back to serve. Mackenzie Plante, Carly Sledge, Taylor Chomlin. This ball is handled in system. Abby Wingren's going to bump set this to Carly Sledge. Down through the block.
Sledgehammer.
17-17. Tigers tie it back up. Natalie Arnold back in the game. Taylor Chomlin back to serve. Taylor Chomlin better hope she's not bleeding anywhere.
She loved that. She said, let me do it again. Come on, let's go.
You know, players like to do that, right? As long as they know they're not going to get hurt. It's Taylor Chomlin to serve. This ball is going to go handled out of system. It's going to have to be a roll shot. This ball is going to be handled by Taylor Chomlin to Abby Wingren. It's going to go back to Greer Galbraith, who's going to swing out of bounds with no touch off the block. And Tivy retakes the lead, 18-17.
That's all right. We'll go point for point with them for now. That's about 20, and then it's like, okay, let's turn it back on.
So once we side this out, we'll have subs coming. That ball is going out of bounds with confidence. They said, out!
There you go.
Because we've said two like that landed on that back line, I think, right?
Yeah,
two?
right. Two.
So we have Ava Williamson has come back in with Ryan Frontera. Ryan Frontera back to serve. Kenzie Plante and Ryan Frontera having a little giggly moment about something. 18-18. This ball is going to be handled in system. It's going to have to go to the right side. Swing and touched off the block. This ball is going to go outside. It's going to be blocked again. We're going to go back again. It's going to be tipped, handled by Ava Williamson. Taylor Chomlin's going to pick it up. Carly Sledge is just going to power through the block. And not handled off of the back row defense of Tivy. Tigers take the lead of 19-18.
Sledge slam.
Ryan Frontera back to serve. It's just hard to really block a ball like that. It just hits so hard, and you have to be so strong.
Tivy?
That's a good timeout by Tivy.
Yeah. Down 19-18. You're down 2-0. You got to win this set to try and force another one. Here's your number of the start of the World Series tonight. 55. Any idea? Astros, Braves, 55.
Say that again?
55. You're not going to get it.
I don't know what you're saying.
55. Okay. Mattress Mac, who is a big sponsor in Houston.
Absolutely.
Of the Astros.
Yes.
He bought tickets. There are 55 nuns there, courtesy of Mattress Mac, to try and bring some luck for the Astros tonight.
Yes. Love Mattress Mac. Like during Hurricane Harvey, what a guy.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Ryan Frontera to serve, a short serve. This ball's going to be handled in system. It's going to go to the back row. She's going to swing into the net. The ball was handled really far in front of the 10-foot line, and number 2 for Tivy really had to stretch to try to get that ball. 20-18.
This is the point. This is the set decider right here. If Tivy does not win this point, this set's over.
All right. Ryan Frontera to the libero in system. We're going to go back to the right side. It's got hardwood, handled by Ryan Frontera. It's got to go over. Oh, out of bounds by Ava Williamson. There's that adrenaline. You know, it's like you either put it in the net, you put it out of bounds. My sister's throwing me scores of the game right now.
Which one?
She needs to stop.
Astros?
World Series, yeah.
Don't do that.
I'm not.
Don't
no,
do that.
Lala, no more.
Stop
that ball's
it.
out.
Yep.
Did you see that Matrix maneuver? Keanu Reeves. Did you hear they're making another Matrix?
Yes.
But it's supposed to like pick up after the first one.
Right.
Like the second one never happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is good because that one was terrible. Carly Sledge. This ball's handled not in system. Have to go back to the right side. It's going to be touch. Oh, Carly Sledge. Ava Williamson's going to help that one out. Mackenzie Plante is just going to have to roll that one in. It's going to go touch off Natalie Arnold. Gosh, Natalie Arnold with her arms on blocking. This ball is handled by Ryan Frontera. Taylor Chomlin's going to just put it up to Carly Sledge, who's going to bang at it. It's going to go back to the right side. That ball is going to be handled also. Ava Williamson chases it down. We're just going to free ball this one over into the corner, try to take the setter out. This is going to be middle low, handled. Ryan Frontera is going to go back to Carly Sledge, it's going to get blocked. That's okay. That was good defense.
That was good defense.
21-20. Tigers maintain their lead.
So the new Matrix is going to treat season 2 of the second Matrix film like Dallas did with the
Bobby.
Dream.
Bobby was asleep. It was all a dream.
Yep.
It's the stupidest thing ever.
Seriously.
People are still angry about it.
Yes, they are.
JR is still angry about it. All right, we have Tivy serving. They are behind, 20-21. Crucial point coming right here. This ball is handled in system. We're going to go to Ava Williamson on the right side. She's going to try to roll it. Taylor Chomlin's going to try to chicken wing it.
Tied at 21?
Yep, tied at 21. I think we're going to set the middle.
Think so?
If we get a pass.
Emma Miller to serve.
If we get a pass.
Let's see what happens.
21-21. This ball is out of system. Hard to set the middle from here. Mackenzie Plante. That's just a great set.
Oh, my.
That ball was put on a silver platter with a balloon and some champagne.
Strawberries? Chocolate-covered strawberries?
Possibly. Seedless strawberries.
No.
22-21, Tigers lead. Natalie Arnold back to serve. Maddie Lund back in the game. Back row setter Ryan Frontera. Libero Taylor Chomlin is out. Handled by the libero, out of system, going to go right side. It's going to be handled by Ella.
Great dig.
Going to dig up to Ava Williamson, who's just going to flat foot roll shot it. Maddie Lund is going to block it. It's going to have to be out to the outside roll shot. Dug up, no. Oh, I guess the ball was down. I can't hear it from here.
It looked like it hit the floor.
22-22, tie ball game. Last time we played Tivy, we lost the third set. Had to go to 4. Ella Baldwin in system. Shot out to Mackenzie Plante. Roll shot. It's going to be dug up. It's going to have to be another roll shot. Handled by Ryan Frontera. Taylor Chomlin's going to bump set it up to Mackenzie Plante. Great hands on Mackenzie Plante. Just visual IQ today on these roll shots.
Second timeout?
23.
Second timeout?
I guess so.
Yep,
I didn't hear a whistle.
Timeout, yeah. You didn't hear it, really?
I did not hear it.
What?
I did not hear
what?
it.
What? Okay.
Chuck's picking on me, friends.
Okay, so last question. Seafood. Favorite seafood? Just the food, not like dish. Just give me a food. Like seafood.
Shrimp. It's going to be some shrimp
right
dish.
there, baby.
Right
there. Randy, make it a triple, bud. Tell us shrimp is your favorite seafood type.
Sauteed
I can't eat
shrimp.
catfish.
Oh, no, I
can't eat It's the bottom of the
bottom feeders.
Yeah, exactly. Bottom feeders. Can't eat that thing.
Yep.
And there's so many. When I moved to Texas, there's so many catfish houses. I'm like,
lots of catfish.
Yuck.
Yeah. Not me either. I'm a shrimp person. Sauteed shrimp.
Although speaking
fried
of
shrimp,
seafood, I can go for some
shrimp.
hush puppies right now too.
I could go for some hush puppies.
That would work.
Just depends on from what restaurant. I can't make them myself.
Really?
Remember the old Red Lobster days?
Yes.
Does anybody even go to Red Lobster anymore?
You don't hear it talked about too much.
All right, 23-22. Subs have come in. Abby Wingren and Greer Galbraith are back on the court. Abby Wingren missed her last serve. She's not missing this one. This is out of system, and it's going to be a free ball. Abby's going to go back to Maddie Lund on the slide. This is going to be dug up, but out of system.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So
hard to miss that one.
It's kind of the grandmother of doubles.
Hard to miss that one.
And then the hitter buried it in the net. Set point, match point. Match point number 1, 24-22. Abby Wingren to serve. This ball is going to be handled in system. It's going to go to the outside hitter, who's going to hit that ball out of bounds. No touch.
Oh. Who touched it?
Nobody touched it.
It went straight out.
Nobody touched it.
Wow.
Instant replay, Chuck. Instant
Oh,
replay.
my Lord.
Coach is going to take a timeout.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Probably kind of get this girl settled down after that.
Michael Kay needs to have a decompressing moment. This might, I can't.
So, Randy says shrimp is a close second to Minnesota walleye. He's a Minnesota.
Okay, well,
boy.
If we're going with our fresh fish,
yes. What do you like?
I think a walleye's good.
Okay. All right.
I'm not a big fresh fish.
No?
I'm not a big fish person.
Okay. Yeah,
Not a big fish person.
No.
I'm not a big, if I had my choice, it's either going to be cow or pig. if we're talking what I'm going to eat, it's going to be cow or pig.
Understood. I'll go shrimp. I've been working on and now have 3 variances of shrimp pasta.
Fair enough. You know what I'd really like, though?
What's that?
To finish this match and go 25-23 right here.
Set point number 2 coming up. Out of the Dripping Springs timeout.
So it's really going to be important as to the pass right now.
Carlin Dial to serve. Set point number 2.
I'd like to see Mackenzie Plante set on the right side, or Maddie Lund set in the middle. This is going to go to Mackenzie Plante. This ball is in system. We're going to Maddie Lund. This ball is dug up by Tivy. It's going to have to be a roll shot. It's going to be handled by Taylor Chomlin. It's going to be out to Mackenzie Plante off the block. Nope, handled and swinging. Ella Baldwin's going to dive and get it. Greer Galbraith is going to handle the ball for the kill. Match points. Tigers win. Tigers win.
Certainly wasn't easy tonight. Kudos to Kerrville Tivy. They made it very difficult. Of course, they're enjoying their senior night here, senior parent night festivities here. But Dripping Springs walks away with the win.
Well, it was closer than we would like it to be, but after some really questionable things that happened.
It was interesting. How's that? And they've got some kind of...
One of their seniors got 1,500, I think that's 1,500 kills.
Oh, there you go. Beautiful.
I think that's what they're showing. They've got balloons that show 1,500.
All right, so let's show you one more time the lineups. Canyon will take on the winner of Georgetown Leander in the bi-district playoffs next Tuesday. Dripping Springs will take on the loser of Cedar Park Liberty Hill on Friday. Now it looks like Alamo Heights, assuming they win tonight, they'll be the 3 seed. They'll take on the Cedar Park Liberty Hill winner. And then Tivy, which is number 4 seed, will play Rouse.
Well, even with Tivy playing Rouse, this team is good.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are.
They have an excellent libero. They swing well from the outside. They have really 2 good outside pin hitters who can find the line. Mm-hmm. This district and that district, that's a hard by-district match to go up against. You got 4 teams that are legit.
Yep. Every one of those teams is good. All right, Miss Paige, great job as usual. Thank you.
I appreciate
Enjoyed it.
Thanks for inviting me.
Of course, and hopefully we'll see you for the playoffs.
Playoffs.
Woohoo!
Thanks
to
Tiger
Rockin
fans.
Rev. Thanks to Rockin Rev, Randy Frye, back at the Big Daddy Media Studios. Thanks, Rockin Rev. Appreciate your help. We will sign off as we say goodnight and bid you adieu from Kerrville, Texas.